Welcome to Lounge TV, I'm Larry, and that there's Tom.
Yep.
The guy behind the camera.
As usual.
So, progress. As you can see, I did the hardest part up there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so now I'm just working down here, no big deal, that's easy stuff. But today's a warmer day, it's not warm, but it's warm enough that I can...
It's comparatively warm.
Yeah, that I can use my wood filler, and so I can find out what is behind this thing over here and take this off, and then I can fill it and then sand it and then paint it. But
well, best case scenario with the hidden fortune.
Well, my question is why is this here? Or why is it here?
It really
and
is
like I don't think I explained, like people don't understand. It's like because they are like, well, haven't you lived here all the time? Shouldn't you know? No, we've had, you know, other family members move in for a short time and stuff like that. So there's somebody skateboarding down Buck Road. Turn around.
Oh yeah.
Who skateboards down a...
Yeah, especially on roads around here.
This is a dangerous road with hardly any shoulder.
Right, I can understand like
yeah,
more urban area, but here.
So my first step is I got to take this thing
I can
off.
understand down the side road, but like.
Yeah, right. You know what's funny? I see the dude every day.
Huh.
So maybe he works at the gas station or something like that, and just.
That could be.
And
like heritage or something.
That's his transportation. Although I think this. Oh yeah, you do have a little tiny bit of a slope. I can't call it a hill. A little slope on the other side down there.
Yeah.
So like at least he's going. Well, he's going uphill right now, but not hill. Anyway, so my first step is going to be actually to pry this off. And there's already a gap over here. So I'm hoping probably don't even need my hammer for this.
Come on, secret fortune.
Yeah. I know there's just probably a mess that I'm going to have to deal with right now. You know what? How do you like that sound, Tom? Nice?
It's great. Ugh.
Let me get the Big Daddy one out. Oh, there's one now.
Didn't expect it to burst through the wood.
Yeah, right. It's funny how you get them out and then they just go
I feel like I
in.
shouldn't be like standing here.
Why?
It's gonna like fly out and try to get me in the eye.
Oh, there we go.
That's not a fortune.
There's some big hole there. All right.
Well, I mean that would explain it.
Yeah, but it looks like
Old spider web from the 80s.
yeah, right. A bag. Oh, you know why? Because that's the inside of the shed. It's a bag of screws that's in there. So I take these.
I was like, that goes like to the actual inside.
Yeah. I'm gonna take these nails out first.
It's a lot louder than you'd think it would be.
Yeah, it is, right? Okay, so my plan here is this. Obviously there's a stud right in here. And there's a stud right here. So I'm gonna just cut this out like this. Wherever that stud is. Try to go right into the middle of it. Cut it out there and then put a piece of plywood in here. And then pretty much just fill in the little bit of gaps that I have here. Because it doesn't really matter about this. Because as you can see, this is a seam all the way down. Right? But it does matter this way. That you would see that, you know, it would look right. And then I also have to put some filler in here, up in here, and a little bit down over there too. So that's not that big a deal. So my first thing I want to do is get my saw out here. Well, I'm going to draw some straight lines where I can cut this thing out to replace it. I forgot to mention. Okay, so let me explain a little bit further what's going on here, because everybody's probably like, why is there a hole here?
Yeah, a little bit of the backstory would be nice.
Okay, so this used to be a carport, when it was first built.
A carport?
Yeah, I never seen it as a carport because the driveway used to come this way. So there was a point after this road got paved that I was going to turn it back into a carport when my mom owned it, the house, right? But I was going to be taking over it. So I had started knocking down these walls. I had knocked this one down and this panel down, and that's what the holes are from. But then
Wait, you're the cause of the holes?
Yeah, but then my sister and brother-in-law moved down, and he needed to store stuff here. They were only here for a short time, but he needed to store some stuff in here, so he put some panels up real quick, and he just put a piece over here to get by and everything. That's all it was.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the big mystery.
So the big mystery is that you're behind the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you're the Scooby-Doo villain this whole time. Take off the mask of Old Man Jenkins?
Ruh-roh. Like, wow, man, it wasn't Scoob. All right, you ready?
I'm saying that you're the villain of this, because you're
I'm the villain.
You're the one who made the mystery.
Oh, Old Man Jenkins?
Yeah. You're the one who made the mystery, and we figured out, it's like, wait a minute, this is all mundane after all.
Yes, absolutely. I'm the one that did that.
I can't
Long
believe
time ago. I mean, you're talking, man, what, 30 some years ago I did that.
That sounds about right, I guess.
And because this big tree was here, remember how big this tree was? It came
I mean, we can still
all the way
see
out
it.
over to here,
Yeah.
maybe even further, all the way around here. You couldn't see any of this.
That's true.
Now I took it down, I gotta fix all this crap so it looks good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what happens when you expose parts of your house and stuff, you know? So,
Yep.
let me go get my measuring tape and my straight edge so I can, my square, so I can draw that out.
Yep.
Although I really should just go by this. The whole line, but I don't think that's straight there. I see the nails right here in a stud, so. Let me see what I'm going to do here. But definitely down here I think I should do it. Right here and here. And then I'll just draw a straight line wherever that is down there. Yeah, it sounds like a plan, Stan.
Makes no sense to me.
But you know what? I'm going to need these back here. Because I'm going to have to get these nails out. Unless I can, I don't know, I can cut right next to this.
Huh.
But see, nah, this is all damaged though.
You don't say.
So now I have to cut past there. Oh well.
Darn, I was hoping for a fortune.
Huh? A fortune? Yeah. Alright, so first of all, guys, I'm going to use this as my straight line. So I'm just going to put this right like that. And cut it. And there's a nail right there. I'm going to cut it above the nail. So I'll go like this. And I think we are going to wind up having to come past this. And I'm going to take this down here, like so. And go like this. Okay, you can barely see it, but it's there. Alright, now I'm going to measure. How far am I coming out here? I'm going to go past that nail. So I'm going to go 4 3/4. No, you know what? I'm going to take these nails out before I even do this. So I'm going to go 4 1/2. See what 4 1/2. See what 4 1/2 is down here. I think the smartest thing is for me to just take the nails out. Yeah, right there. All right. And then I'll just take this because the square isn't long enough for this. That and there. And then draw this line on this. I'm going to make a little bit so I could see this thing, you know. Okay. Alright. So first thing I'm going to do is take these nails out now.
Alright.
I got 1 2 3 4. I wonder if there's something down in there. I don't know. We'll find out, right? So I'll put these nails out. So what I'm going to do to get these things out is I'm going to use this. And what you do, this wood's going to get damaged, but that's okay. It's damaged anyway. Get that under there. Once you get it to a certain point, you can just, well, you gotta hope that you can get your hat in there and get it out. See, Tom, you're learning something, aren't you?
I guess so.
What? Okay, here's the next one. Just try to put that right above the nail. And just, there we go. Get it out far enough that you can get your claw from your hammer in there, right? And then drop it on the ground so you can step on it later. Try to
Everyone's favorite pastime.
Always try to find it. All right, and here's the other one. I haven't heard anything fall off the wall yet. Inside it, you know?
Well, that's good.
There's always one that's always going to give you a problem. That's what I find out in my house. There's always one thing you can get, just like you could have 5 bolts you got to take off something. There's always going to be one that's stuck.
What's interesting too is that the nails aren't
What's that?
evenly spaced.
Oh, come on. What about the evenly spaced thumb?
The nails weren't. Like, the bottom one from the middle was a lot farther than the middle from the top.
The bottom from the middle. Oh yeah. And here's one here.
I just would have thought that they'd be more.
This one's way down here.
Yeah, I just would have thought they'd be more evenly spaced, you know?
Yeah. But, you know, there we go. That's far enough now. Now I can get it. Alright, so now that that's done, now I can cut all this out. And I can't tell if there's a, no, there is no nail there, good. I couldn't tell if there was a nail there or not. And then this piece I'll be able to pull this piece right out. Well, it'll fall out right after that. Oh, we do got one more nail, don't we, Tom? Forgot about that one. This looks like there's a nail right here too. That was under the board. And what was the sense of that?
Yeah, it broke, it just got hammered in.
Yeah, I guess. There we go.
Well, that works.
Yeah, now all I gotta do is get this here. I love when they just fly out like that.
Well, I mean, it's 3 for
All right.
4 I've done that.
So now this whole thing is loose where I could just cut this out. So let me go get my saw. Unfortunately, I don't have a battery operated one, so I have to get an extension cord. So we'll be a few minutes and then we'll turn the camera back on. I have my power tools. It's which one do I want to use for this, right? So I have this little mini circular saw that you can see that I have it to the depth. Yeah, I think pretty sure it's pretty close to the depth of this. You see? Yeah. So I have this, but the problem with this is if you use it, if I go out to this way to cut it all the way to this corner, it'll actually cut out here. So I'm going to use this first to do all the corners.
That makes sense.
This is one of my favorite saws that I got. I don't even know what it's called. Doesn't say what it's called other than Galaxy Pro, which is the model.
Huh.
So let me plug this in.
I'm sure somebody will be able to figure it out.
Yeah. It's I don't know if it's just called a vibrating saw or what, because it just, that's all it does is go back and forth.
Yep.
All right, this might be a little loud for you.
Just a bit.
Hard to see this one. There we go. All right, so
Simple enough.
yeah, I did all those corners, and now we'll see how this one works.
Yep.
This saw here is not my favorite, and Tom knows why, because I was using it one time, and luckily didn't cut off my finger, but it jumped, and I was cutting it, and my hand was out here when I was pushing it, and it jumped and went right. Remember, Tom?
Yeah, I remember.
And it put holes in my fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one's a mean saw, but it should be fine on this. I've used it since. I try to make sure I don't put fingers in front of it.
Usually good.
But anyway, this one, I'm trying to see how loud this is. Yeah, it's a little loud. All right, so on this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start it like this. And I'm going to hope that the blade is going to go right where I need it to. Ready?
Go for it. I had to move because all the sawdust is going my way.
Yeah, it's for some reason. Well, it's not quite in deep enough, but man, it wouldn't even saw there.
Huh.
It's weird, but I have to make it a little bit deeper. Now, let me see if I can remember how to do that. I think it's this thing. Oh yeah. Let's get it right there. Let's see how that works.
All right.
For whatever reason, it won't saw right here. I wonder if it's caught on something like this is getting caught on something. It's weird, there's not a nail there.
Most unusual.
And it's not even, oh yeah, okay, that's far enough through. But I do have to get this here better. And that's what I didn't want to do. See
yep.
that? That's not what I wanted to do. All right, well, wood filler that. Don't do it again, all right? It's all Tom's fault.
How was it my
I
fault?
don't know. You probably looked at it funny. It worked that time. All right, so now I got to do this. This is a pain in my butt. And you know what? I think I'm going to use the other saw for this. I just think it's easier to control. You know?
All right.
I don't like that little saw, that other saw. I mean, it has its. I think it's more dangerous.
Probably is.
It's harder to control, and especially because I was running it backwards, which was probably a big mistake. But I didn't have any hands there, so it doesn't matter. All right. There we go.
Nice.
And now I will measure this out. Oh, here's one of the problems. Look at this. There was a nail here.
Ah.
All right, so I've got to take this nail out. Yeah, well, luckily my blade wasn't going over that, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll take that nail out and this nail out, and then we shall be set to measure this and then cut a new piece for it.
All right. Well, we thought this part would be quick.
You done laughing now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one nail didn't have a big enough head for me to get a hold of it. And then this one, I had a hold of it and the head just flew off.
Yep.
And Tom laughed.
I did.
So when this happens, you know, something like this comes in real handy, because all I got to do is kind of turn it this way. Can grab it in a different way, like this, if I can. All right, and then take it, pull it a little bit that way, go down further.
Basically, just keep turning it in different directions.
And then you can, if you get it with your hammer sometimes too, when the head's bent like that.
There you go.
There we go. All right, so have that off. Now my next step is going to be to measure it. So we have 20 inches. Hopefully, yeah, 20 inches by, put that little piece out there, by 4.5. There we go. 4.5 by 20. Pretty simple.
Seems like it.
All right. And let me go cut that piece, and then we'll put that in there, and then yeah, somebody must have caulked this too.
Wonder who that was.
Well, it wasn't me. All right, let me go cut that piece now.
All right.
I measured it out, and now I'm gonna use my, oh, by the way, this is my new jigsaw, and I absolutely love this thing. It is, my other one was from my dad, and it's really, really loud. And this one isn't as loud, and it's a lot more smooth. I highly recommend, it's a skill. I mean, I highly recommend it. It definitely gets a thumbs up from me. So I am going to now cut this. And this, like I said, Tom, this isn't as loud. It worked out good. I mean, I only cut 4 fingers off, and so
A new record.
yeah, no, they're still there. Anyway, guys, we noticed that when we were measuring out, this wasn't exactly straight here already, but that's okay. Either is probably my cut, but like I said, I'm using wood filler in it, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
And now I got to cut this off. Now, I learned this a long time ago when I did Habitat for Humanity, and I was working with some construction workers, and I learned that you know, you'll always put an X on the piece that you don't want.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Even though, well, something like this doesn't matter, because obviously I want the
Right, but if that was
piece.
twice as long, but a little bit shorter on the side you don't want,
exactly.
and you can't tell,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
All right. Now, should I just grab some nails? I should. 'Cause I don't want to walk over there twice, right?
Yeah.
So here we go, guys. Hopefully, it's a little tight. It's a little tight. I think it's that piece right there. It's always something. See what I'm saying, Tom?
Can never be easy.
Yep, let's see. It's that little piece right there. You hear everything inside the shed.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit too much over here. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go inside, knock this out, and I'm gonna have to trim a little bit off of this because if it does swell up, we'll have a problem. So I'm gonna knock this off and then just trim a hair off of the top and a hair off of the side.
All right, good luck.
And it fits.
Nice.
As you can see though, it's like a little bit sticking out right here. I don't know if it can't be thicker because if you look down here and everything, if it is, it's a hair. I'm gonna be using screws, guys, instead of nails I decided on, so I'm gonna pre-drill some holes in this first. Okay, I'm gonna put some screws in here. Because I don't want it to warp, you know. I could use finishing nails, but I decided, nah, I think I'll just use screws instead.
Honestly, probably a lot faster.
Except for when there's too much paint in the head of the screw and you can't get it on the thing, you know.
Well, that doesn't help.
I hate when that happens. Why did that not bite? These screws might be too short. Let's find out. Yeah, that one got it. Huh. It's just that one didn't. I'll get a longer one for that. Huh. That was weird. Okay, so now I'm going to put some screws down here and put a couple in there. Okay, so I had to find some longer screws. And as you can see, they're not all the same color, but that doesn't matter because it's going to get painted over anyway. So this wood is even up here and here, but it's not here. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not real worried about it. I'm going to use, like I said, wood filler on each side of this and then paint it. It's a shed. It's not like, you know, eventually what I like to do is put siding over top of this, which would look kind of nice too. So I'll probably get my sander out or my plane and
try to make it more even.
And just make it more even on these corners here, so that at least that way it'll look like it's flat.
All right.
Matter of fact, I will get that, and we'll show you how I'm going to do that.
Oh boy.
This is more like a rasp than a plane, but it's the same technique. So I'm just going to
file it away and even it out, right?
yeah, as close as I can get it. I don't think I'm going to get it perfect unless I sand it, and I ain't sanding it, so I'm going to keep working at that, and this edge over here where there's a big chunk wants to come out. See it right there?
Yep.
That's okay. Like I said, I'm putting wood filler in it anyway. I just want to get it
flatter.
Yeah, a little bit flatter. So I'll keep at this, and then we're going to put the wood filler in there and be done with it until it's painting time. Which I don't know exactly when I'm going to get to do that, because the weather, well actually the weather's supposed to be up in the 60s, so I'll get a chance to do it.
All right.
Well, let me get back to work, guys.
Go for it.
All right, so you know what? I gave up. I said that's good enough. I just want to get the loose stuff off of it now. And remember, I got to get them 3 holes right there.
Yep.
So while I have this out, I'm gonna put some spackle up in there and put a little up in here. All right, so I got my trusty spackle. Should probably pull that screwdriver out, huh?
I guess the spackle knife's too thin to try to use it to pry it open.
And punch myself in the face. Well, at least you have the camera on for that, huh? Tom's probably hoping for it right now. Son of a mama. It hurts your fingertips. Should have got a screwdriver for this for sure. Good thinking, Tom. My Lord. It's super glued on.
Looks like it.
Looks messy too, don't it?
Yeah.
Well, might as well use what's on the lid first.
Might as well.
Just like spackling, guys. I'll have a little sanding to do naturally.
What'll be the difference between like this and spackling?
This has some type of glue in it, where spackle doesn't.
Ah.
This is not, it's not an easy job. Especially,
Yeah, it seems like it could be worse.
could be. Can always be worse. Like I said, I want to try to get it as smooth as I can right now, just so that's be less work I have to do with sanding.
Makes no sense.
These are the most important parts right here to me, is these joints right here.
All the seams.
Yeah, well, especially that way. Well, even this one too. The worst part about over here is working on this side of the house, right, Tom?
Yeah. It's like always on the opposite side of the sun, so like when it gets chillier, you don't have the sunlight to help you.
Yep. There we go.
Feels like summer would be
See,
actually
and then
pretty
I'll
good.
sand this excess away, so it'll look at least halfway decent, you know?
Yep.
Might as well fill these screw holes in that went really deep too, huh?
Yeah, might as well.
And I use just about everything from the lid. So it says on the instructions, should be at least 40 degrees outside. And luckily today is above 40, so.
Keeps it from getting brittle, I guess.
Yeah, it probably doesn't work properly. Probably if it was really warm outside, this would probably be a lot easier. You know?
I could believe it.
All right, we're getting there. We are definitely getting there.
And that pretty much seals up the whole edge of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then when I sand it, it'll look so much better. Let me get this screw hole right there.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, that's right. These nail holes.
Nail holes. What about the rest of that little gash you cut?
Where's that?
Bottom right.
Oh yeah. Good eyes, Tom. See, I knew I have you out here for something besides filming.
Uh-huh.
Huh? What? Thought I heard something.
You might have.
How's that?
Looks like you covered it.
All right. Then we'll just wait for that to dry, which will be probably up. That one nail popped that, or the screw. There we go. And you know what? Since this knot is so deep, I might as well fill that in too, since right there, you know. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to do these two things over here. Just want to make sure I don't get it on my my new soffits. And like I said, I just want to get this so that it looks relatively good. Up in here, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, you said we'd be painting it later.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. All right, that's as well as I'm getting all this stuff. 'Cause I think it's fine. What do you think, Tom?
I mean, yeah, if you got it, then you got it.
And there we go, guys. So my next steps will be just, like I said, it's going to be sanding it when it dries. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to take like 24 hours. That's what it usually does for this kind of stuff. 24 hours. And if you see little spots, you can just go back and if it shrinks some, I might have to put another coat of this on and then sand after that.
Yeah.
If it's like spackle, that's what you usually have to do. So you want to make sure that you get your lid back on. And this is supposed to be easy cleanup.
I guess we'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see. It's supposed to be. You just want to make sure this lid is completely on tight, because you don't want it to dry up.
Yep.
Because that's what happened. I went in there for my other stuff and it was all dried up. So I had to buy new stuff. You see it glop on like that, take it off, wipe it on an old piece of wood, so that way you don't have to sand and sand and sand.
Yeah.
All right, there we go, guys. Fix the hole there. Like I said, I'll be sanding it and painting it and it'll blend in perfectly fine.
Nice.
So I'm getting there with all the projects. Until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink, because I'm about to grab something for me. And Tom's probably going to grab
something to eat.
Yeah, something to eat. And we'll meet you at the lounge. Did I just drink wood filler?
Yeah. Probably shouldn't do that. Just saying.